Morning, welcome to the online class. Today we are going to revise the lesson from social science, first chapter, that is history part. Evolution of human and society, prehistoric period. Prehistoric period. First we start the one word answers. We will revise that one word and 2 more, then 5 more. See. Prehistoric period. Okay, page number 12. Choose the correct answer. First one. Dash is genetically closest to humans, that is B option, chimpanzee. Chimpanzee is genetically close to the human. Second one, the period called Neolithic marks the beginning of agriculture and animal domestication. Neolithic means new Stone Age. Prehistoric period means Stone Age period. This Neolithic means the prehistoric period, new Stone Age period. That new Stone Age period only agriculture and animal domestication took place. Then the next one, direct ancestors of modern man was Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Modern man is intellectual, more intelligence and wise man or modern man. That direct ancestors of modern man was Homo sapiens. Then dash refers to area covering Egypt, Israel, Palestine and Iraq. The Fertile Crescent refers to the area covering Egypt, Israel, Palestine and Iraq. Crescent shape, that fertile area is a crescent shape, so it is Fertile Crescent. Then Sir Robert Bruce, a geologist from England, first discovered the Paleolithic tools at Pallavaram near Chennai. Paleolithic tools at Pallavaram near Chennai. Metals and all they are began to use in the Paleolithic period. So these tools made of metals, first discovered by Robert Bruce foot, that is Paleolithic tools. Sixth one, that is option C, that is 1 and 4 are correct. 4 options are given, that this is the choose the correct answer. In that C option, statement 1 and 4 are correct. First statement, the period before the introduction of writing is called prehistory. Prehistory period, the people did not know to write. No script was found during the prehistoric period. Then the fourth one is the prehistoric period is called ancient. That is ancient period. Prehistoric period is ancient period. People were leading the nomadic life, not civilized life, uncivilized life. That is prehistoric period. The Neolithic people used polished stone axes called that seventh one. That correct answer is A option, first one is correct. That is, the Neolithic people used polished stone axes called celts. All stone-made weapons, that is sharp and polished weapons. The stones are polished and sharp. That is known as celt. Neolithic period. Then that statement is correct statement. Eighth one, ascertain and reason. D option, A and R both are incorrect. D option is correct answer. Both are incorrect. That two statements also not correct. It is ascertain. Many of the Mesolithic sites are found nearby rivers and tanks. The Mesolithic people are not settled in the banks of the rivers or tanks. They were leading the nomadic life only. Irrigation management developed during Mesolithic period. That also not developed during that period. Irrigations were not available those days. So this D option, that is the answer for this eighth one. Fill in the blanks. Hand axes and cleavers are the important tool types of the lower Paleolithic culture. Lithic, that means those days the people used weapons made of stone weapons. Lith means stone, lithic. The methods and techniques involved in the production of stone tools are called lithic technology. They use, by using the methods and techniques, they have made the weapons out of stones, sharp, polished weapons all made. That is lithic technology. By using the stone, they developed weapons. The technology, for that they adapted the technology that is known as lithic technology. Mesolithic is known as the Middle Stone Age. Middle Stone Age, Meso. Upper Lithic, Meso means in between. Lower, upper and lower Paleolithic. Mesolithic is the middle Stone Age. As it is placed between the Paleolithic and Neolithic. Paleolithic and Neolithic, Mesolithic is the known as the Middle Stone Age. Then find out the correct statement. The concept survival of the fittest contributed to the scientific understanding of human origins. Survival of the fittest continued to be the scientist understanding of human origins. That is the correct statement. Then the next one, second one, B option is the correct statement. The ancestors to humans were called hominins and their origins have been traced to Africa. Hominins origins, the originality originate in Africa. Their origin is traced in Africa. Match the following. Paleoanthropology, that means the study of the human ancestors. Paleoanthropology means study of anthropologist. Anthropologists study about the ancestors, human ancestors. The study of the human ancestors. Hand axe tools. Hand axe tools or Acheulean. Acheulean is a place in France. They have that hand axe made out of stone. Hand axe tools are made out of stone, that is Acheulean tools. Acheulean is the answer. Images on stone and bone. Venus. Venus is the answer for images on stone and bone. Red sand dunes. Red sand dunes are known as terrace. Terrace. Red sand dunes known as terrace. Stone artifacts of small size. Microliths. Stone artifacts of small size. Small artifacts. That means they made out of stone. The artifacts made out of stone in that will be small size, that is known as microliths. Macrolith. This is microlith. Small. Micro means small. Small artifacts out of stone, that is microliths. Answer the following briefly. Discuss how the age of speculation made humans become conscious and knowledgeable. That is page number 2. Page number 2. The age of speculation. Heading the middle, that is humans became conscious and knowledgeable. They turned curious and began to think and ask questions about nature, organisms, and the world around them. At first, they considered nature as God. They worshipped sun, moon, and various natural forces about which they developed their own understanding. This is the answer for the first 2 mark question. Man began to think about the nature. Curiosity developed. Knowledge developed. At first they considered nature as their God. They were worshipping nature as their God. They were fear about the nature. So they were worshipping as their God. What are the nature? Sun, moon, earth. These are all various natural forces. They were worshipping all this nature as their God. They developed their own understanding by worshipping, by fear of this nature and worshipping. They developed their own understanding. They understand and understood what is nature. These are all about the first 2 more. Second one, write a note on the impact of pastoralism on the prehistoric people in Tamil Nadu. That is page number 12. Page number 12, last para. The agricultural revolution led to many changes. Humans lived in permanent houses, made pottery, and with the surplus production they developed various crafts. Agriculture development revolution led to many changes. Because of the development, man began to settle in one place. They began to grow crops and produce food crops and settled and developed the civilization. So much of changes took place in humans lived in permanent houses. Because of the development of the agriculture, they began to live in permanently one place. Permanent house also they used to stay. Made pottery, and with surplus production they developed various craft. Only the agriculture only seasonal. Other time, all other time, rest of the time they used to do some handicraft. Handicraft. One of the important handicraft of those people, pottery. Pottery is one of the important handicraft of those people, and developed developed various craft, other art they also made. They developed many other craft also, craft works. Then the next, list out the features of megalithic burial types. List out the features of megalithic burial types. That is page number 10. Page number 10. Megalithic burial type, heading second line. People created burials with large stones for the dead people. Made burials, created burials. Usually people die means they will make, nowadays we keep the dead bodies in the coffin and bury. Those days, the Paleolithic period, ancient period, Stone Age period, they used to create burials with large stones. Like large stones they use for the burial of the dead. Stones for the dead people. Within these burials, the skeletons or the few bones of the dead persons were placed along with the grave goods, including iron objects, cornelian beads, and bronze objects. Some of the burials do not have human bones and they were only grave goods. Up to that you have to mark. What is meant by grave goods? Along with that bones of the dead, some objects placed in the burials. Some objects placed along with that bones, dead body or that bones. Along with that, physical remains of the dead people may have believed that this would be useful in the afterlife. Why they used to keep all these grave goods? They believe that after death there is life. There is life. They get the life. They have to use that. So that they used to place all these grave goods along with the burials. Along with the burials. So you have to mark this second line. People created burials with large stones for the dead people. Within these burials, the skeleton of a few bones of dead persons were placed along with the grave goods, including iron objects, cornelian beads, and bronze objects. Some of the burials do not have human bones and they have only the grave goods. Only that large stone burials which is created by those people. They used to keep only the grave goods, not the bones. Not the bones. Sometimes they keep only the grave goods. Sometimes both the bones and the burial goods they used to keep. This is the burial type of the Paleolithic people, ancient people. Examine the tool making technical skills of lower Paleolithic people. Examine the tool making technical skills of lower Paleolithic people. Page number 4. Page number 4. Lower Paleolithic culture heading, middle it is, they made various tools such as hand axes and cleavers to meet their subsistence needs. These tools are also known as bifaces. The Stone Age people, sometimes they use these weapons made out of stones. that is hand axes and cleavers. These are all made by stones. Made by stones. They use all these weapons, all these tools to meet their subsistence for their daily needs. For their daily needs, they used to hunt the animals, and whatever things they get, they use, so that they were using. Then one more point, that is the hand axe tools are also known as Acheulean. This tool making tradition continued till 250,000 years to 60,000 years ago in India. Up to that you have to mark. The hand axe tools also known as Acheulean tools. Acheulean tools. Acheul is one of the place in France there. That name they put for these tools which is made. Hand axe tools are known as Acheulean tools. So that you have to mark this answer. They made various tools such as hand axes and cleavers to meet their subsistence needs. These tools also known as bifaces. Both the side they can use that tools. The tools which is made out of stone, that is bifaces. Two sides will be there in that tools. That is bifaces, two sides. Then also you have to mark one more point. The hand axe tools also known as Acheulean tools. These tools making tradition continued till 250,000 years to 60,000 years ago in India. So these are all 2 mark questions. Then 2 paragraph questions, we revise it now. Answer the following in detail. The developments in the field of agriculture, pottery and metal tools are considered a landmark in the life of megalithic period substantiate. First 5 mark question, that is page number 9, 11 and 12 is there. Page number 9, 11 and 12. That is the first paragraph question. Last, page number 9, last it is. The people of this age had knowledge of metallurgy and pottery making. They used iron and bronze objects and gold ornaments. Metals. These are all the metals they used during that period. Metallurgy and pottery making, pots made out of clay and metals. By using the metals, they were smelting the metals, that is metallurgy. And page number 11, next, under the heading agriculture and pastoralism. First line, the people in the Iron Age practiced agriculture. The next line, next point, millets and rice were cultivated. Irrigation management developed in this period, since many of the megalithic sites are found nearby rivers and tanks in deltaic region. Irrigation is a technology developed. This is about the agriculture and pastoralism heading. These are all the points you have to mark. The people in the Iron Age practiced agriculture. They began to settle on the banks of the rivers and use the river water for the agriculture purpose. They were growing the crops, millets and rice cultivated. The irrigation management developed in this period because they were taking the river water through the canals for their agriculture purpose. This period, since many of the megalithic sites are found nearby rivers, many megalithic sites are found in the nearby rivers, because the people were sitting on the settled banks of the river. Next point, under the heading pottery. Second line, the Iron Age and Sangam Age people used these black and red colors to make black ware and red ware pottery making. Potteries were used for cooking, storage, and dining purpose. The black and red ware pottery has black inside and red outside with lustrous surface. These are all about says about the pottery. Two types, two color, red color and black color pottery. The utensils are made out of clay. They were using almost all utensils made out of clay. For all the purpose, they were using the pots and made out of clay. These were used for cooking, storage, and dining purpose. So these are all the main purpose. They were all this purpose. They were using the pottery. That is utensils made out of clay. Then the next question, that is second paragraph. The history of human is closely related to the history of the earth. Elucidate. The history of human is closely related to the history of earth. Elucidate. That is page number 1. Page number 1. Under the heading origin of the earth and the geological ages. Geological ages. The history of humans closely related to the history of the earth. The earth contains geological, archaeological, and biological records of historical times. In its upper layers, they were important for reconstructing the history of the earth and various living organisms. The fossil bones of the human ancestors are embedded in the earth's layers. This paragraph to be marked. The next, paleoanthropologists and archaeologists excavated the soil and rock layers on the earth and tracked evidence about human ancestors. Up to that, you have to mark. Then next, under the heading paleoanthropology, second para, the earth was formed approximately 4.54 billion years ago. Billion means 100 crore. Billion means 1 billion is equal to 100 crores. Years ago, gradually conditions emerged for the growth of organisms, then plants and animals came into being, and thereby foundation was laid for the evolution of humans. Evolution of humans. These are all to be marked for this second paragraph question. Once again, I will tell you the history of humans closely related to history of the earth. The human beings, the origin of the human beings related to the earth. The earth contains geological, archaeological, and biological records of historical times. They are important for constructing the history of the earth, various living organisms. The fossil bones of the human ancestors are embedded in the earth's layers. If you see that the earth layers, the sediments of the human and bones, skeletons of the human ancestors found in the layers of the earth. Paleoanthropologists study about the ancient human ancestors. They were called paleoanthropologists. And archaeologists who excavate the soil, they are archaeologists. And rock layers on the earth and evidence about human ancestors. The earth was formed approximately about 400 crores of years ago. Gradually, conditions emerged for the growth of organisms. Slowly, on the earth, the living organisms slowly developed. Then plants and animals came into being, and thereby foundation was laid for the evolution of humans. Finally, the human evolution took place from the organisms, living organisms, plants and animals originated, then at last human beings also originated on the earth. These are all these answers you have to learn from this lesson. Okay, you learn well and prepare for the exam. Thank you.